What's up everybody, this is Derek here, and in this video we're going to be exploring another hidden or secret loot location on Miramar, the new desert map for PUBG Mobile that was introduced with the recent 0.5.0 global update. In this series we've looked at the mines. That video has become quite popular, they are not as secret anymore. And we've also looked at the islands to the east of the mainland, which are also very viable loot spots. Today we're going to be looking at an area that isn't as easy to get to. However, if the plane's flying over this way, definitely keep it in mind as the loot is pretty good and there's very little competition, at least for now. So today we're going to be looking at the ruins. They are in the far northwest corner of the map, which means that many plane routes, especially the southern ones, don't afford you an opportunity to actually get here and land here. Now you could take a vehicle and drive over here, and if you have time and the circle's closing in the northwest area, that might be viable. However, most of the time the circle ends up closing near the middle of the map, near Picado, and as a result, you have to move a significant amount of distance to actually get out of the ruins in order to get into the zone. So it doesn't always work. However, it's a very interesting spot when it does. So here we go, we've got a server timeout reconnect. I apologize, I'm just going to switch over to cell quick just because the Wi-Fi here is unfortunately pretty awful. So here we go, we are almost there, and I think we're going to drop, I don't know if we're going to make it actually, because after the update, so I will be putting out that video very soon, don't worry, it is coming, where we'll be focusing on the drop mechanics after the 0.5.0 update. However, dropping over 2,000 meters is quite difficult now. So we're dropping 1,700. We're going to drop with all the AFK people. And I think I'm just going to float over here using that 45-degree method. It's still one of the best ways to get very consistent distance. However, you fall at 126 kilometers per hour now, which is unfortunately a lot faster than before the update, which means you can't travel as far horizontally away from the plane. So here are the ruins. They're starting to come into view. They do not look like much from the air, which I think is one of the reasons that people ignore this location. It's not marked on the map with buildings or anything. It is named, however, there's really not much to it. So that's the ruins. That's what we're shooting for. And you can see here I am kind of feathering the parachute just to get that last little bit of distance. I'll land right at the steps. Now, if you want to land, if you can land in the ruins, I recommend that you do that. I'm going to have to just float down and then run up to them. However, it's not a huge deal for this video, so going to lock my sprint ahead. I'm going to look behind me. I don't see anybody dropping, so I think most of those people were AFK or bots, so I don't think we have to worry about them right away. And the weapons and armor here can be found either side. So once you get up to this tier, they can be found either side of the main path. So I definitely don't do the best job of looting this. Generally, you want to work your way around the outside of one side of the stairs and then do the other side. So if there's enough demand, I might redo this, or do it with a path like overview, so then you can see how you should loot it correctly. But for now, just enjoy all the interesting equipment that I find here on either side of the path. So we've got an ump, we've got a level 1 helmet, level 1 backpack, some bandages, and a pan. So nothing too crazy yet, but here we go. Here's a mini 14 and a level 3 backpack. Police vest level 2, so we're upgrading the vest, or getting vest, and there's another level 3 backpack, so that's pretty crazy. And this is generally where the best stuff is. So there's a compensator for a sniper, there's an 8x scope, M16, so we're going to swap out the ump or the UMP for that. Man, that is crazy. So all of a sudden, level 3 backpack, level 2 vest, 8x scope with a mini, and a compensator for it already. So this is definitely a going to be a game where I can use that to my advantage with that 8x with the compensator. So I think we'll take a look at what else is over here. Maybe grab some more 5.56. There's another M16, so we'll swap the weapons to get the extra ammo. Maybe grab the stun grenade too, just in case. And you can see this is on one side of the stairs, and then the bottom of these stairs here, this is where it ends already. So I'm showing you, I'm walking down here and there's no more items. So the ruins is pretty small. It's pretty easy to loot. It's only solos or duos. Duos, I think there's enough good stuff here, but any more than that and there won't be enough. So definitely an amazing solo location. And duos, like I said, there should still be enough for you. There are 2 level 3 backpacks in this instance. There are 2 M16s. Someone could be using the UMP. Someone has the mini, so decent enough stuff. But now let's see what else I've missed. You can see, again, I apologize, this is not by any means the fastest way to loot this. However, I know there's no one around. I don't want to miss anything. And this is one of my first times at the ruins, so add all those things together and excuse the slow looting. So like I said, nothing on the path itself. It's to either side of the path. So now we're looting. Basically, there are like 4 quadrants almost where there are items to be found. And there's an extended quick draw for the AR. That's pretty good. We'll use that. There's an extended quick draw for the mini. So that's pretty crazy. So we've got a compensator and 8 times and an extended quick draw on the mini. So that is very deadly in this game. And you can see that's it for the items over there. So now we just have to cross, and then we'll have one more area to loot. And this area generally has pretty decent stuff too. So it's worth looking everywhere in the ruins, just because good stuff tends to spawn. There's a cheat pad in case we had gotten a car instead, but we have a mini this game, so we'll rock that. There we go. I see a level 3 helmet over there. Yep, there it is with a painkiller. So this is pretty crazy. We've got level 3 backpack, level 3 helmet, level 2 vest. We get a pretty decked out mini 14 with an 8 times and a compensator and an extended quick draw. And then we've got a M16, which, I mean, I'd rather it be an M4, but M16 is not a bad weapon. We've got a decent amount of ammo for it. We don't have too much in the way of healing items. That's really the only place where we're really lacking at this point. But for the ruins, if you loot them correctly, you loot them quickly, you can usually do it in about 2 minutes or so. So pretty quick, and the stuff is close enough that it's very viable. I mean, honestly, just good equipment. So now you're gonna have to find a vehicle. So I usually head down to the church over there. That's usually one of the better places to look for one. Plus the church generally just has good equipment in it too, so not a bad idea to do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up, and to help the channel grow, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG mobile content. You can crawl in this building. I just thought that was kind of funny. There's nothing that actually spawned in there, but it's kind of neat place to hide, or a neat place to meet up with. I was thinking of the spawn island, you know, where everyone used to go into the plane for fun, but they blocked that. Now, you know, if something like this, if that structure was on the starting area, then that would be a pretty sweet place to meet up. So we're going to swap the 8 times in, and we are pretty much ready to go. So my name's Derek G, and I hope to see you on the battlefield soon, or in the Discord, which I'll leave a link to down below.